Hey folks, as I mentioned in my previous video, this past week I found a huge collection of Magic cards at the Goodwill outlet, as well as some baseball cards, which I did make a prior video for those. And now here are the Magic cards, and I didn't know the best way to go about this, whether I should just look at them for the first time and discover them with you, or because there are so many, I took another option where I decided to just kind of separate out all the rares and the foils and the showcase cards, and separated those so that we don't have to go through all the commons to get to more of the interesting cards. But just to give you an idea of what came from this Goodwill outlet trip, these were all just scattered in a bin, just every which way, and I kind of just grabbed as many as I could. There's another guy grabbing some as well. It seems like a lot of them are from March of the Machine, Brothers of War, and Dominaria, but it wasn't just someone's bulk commons. It it contained rares and everything else. So let's take a look and see what came of it. First are just like the showcase cards. Let me see what's the best way to do this. Finn the Fangbearer, Bone Picker, Scourge, Dina Soul Sleeper, Rayev, Master Smith, Tetsuko, Uza. Hold on one second. Let me see if it helps if I do that. That's probably a little bit better. Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that. Figured I'd put some light on because it's pretty cloudy out. Tetsuko Umezawa, Fugitive, Jury Master of Review, Immorty, Celebrant of Bounty. Sorry, I'm trying to read these and not glare them, or not glare at the same time and get them into the camera picture. So I'm trying to balance multiple things at once. Yargol, Glutton of Urborg, Quendi, Pride of Femarif. And these are from, and I have not been playing most of these sets, so a lot of these cards are new to me, which is pretty cool. I don't know which ones are playable and which ones aren't. I'd have to look into it. So in this box here, which I didn't get to yet, are all the commons and uncommons and just regular cards from the sets, which is nice to have because I wasn't buying cards during these sets. Blightbelly Rat, Rosy Cotton of South Lane, Gandalf, Friend of Shire, Finn the Fangbearer. That's the same. Yep, interesting. Raph Weatherlight, Stalwart, Bortek Bone Rattle. That's a cool picture. Urg, Spawn of Turg, Vohar, Vidillion Desecrator. Seems like they're making these names a lot more difficult to pronounce these days. Lagomos, Hand of Hatred, Lash of Balrog, Rosie of Cotton. I've seen that one already. Aaron Benili's Ruin, Rustvine Cultivator, another one of those. Najal the Stormrunner, Rona Shieldred's Faithful, Shauna Sisei's Legacy. So these must be Dominaria or something, I'm guessing, because those are a lot of old characters that I remember from previous sets. Renata Call to the Hunt, Zada Hedron Grinder, Jury Master of Review, Shauna Sisei's Legacy. Sisei was in Invasion, I think. Captain Sisei. Fura, Judge of Valor, Ingaroon Eyes. Tatioa, Steward of Tides, Queen Alanol of Rudok, Bortek Bone Rattle, Njal the Stormrunner. I'm just going to go through these and not read them all because they're a pain in the butt to pronounce. Dinasil's Vohar. So these are the showcase cards that were in the pile of stuff from the Goodwill outlet. Nice artwork on these. I have to say, they've been doing a good job with these in recent years. But anyway, a lot of these are just commons and stuff, or uncommons, but they're still kind of cool. Foils aren't as special as they used to be, so we're just going to kind of go through these. These are foil uncommons, I think, and commons. Try to get them so that they're not glaring. I don't know what the good uncommons and commons, but the playables are, because I wasn't playing in standard or even looking at these sets yet, and I haven't really read what these cards do either. These are hard to... And there's all these Christmas tree wreaths in the bin with these cards, and they were shedding all kinds of I don't know, pieces of wreath, because they had like real like bushes and plant parts in them, and they were all like mixed in with these cards and just made a mess of everything. And they were, when you try to like shuffle through the cards, they had like little pieces of plant detritus. I cleaned those off for the most part. So if I would have gone through these in the video with that at the same time, it would have been even more time consuming. So yeah, these are just the foils that were in there. I still like foils, even though they're super common these days, but and kind of lost their specialness that they used to have. I love these full art forests. There's a couple of them. I don't know what set that is. I think I don't know. I don't know the set symbols either, so I'm going to have to learn that of these newer sets. It's kind of fun to get these all. I paid like $1.69 a pound for all of this, however much it weighed. Oh, actually, because they're all the same, they sold it as like a heavyweight item, so it was like $7 for all of it, I think, plus tax. That's what I paid for the Magic cards and the baseball cards together. Those ones in the previous video, the Project 70 Tops ones, that was all $7 total for all this. And then I think these are a bunch of lands. So that's the foils. Yeah, so I didn't read all those, but you could see them, and you could go slower if you want to, if you care. But that would have taken forever. Here are the cards from the list. Noxious Gold, Deny Reality, Toymaker, Curse of Echoes, Detonate, Force of Savagery, Devoted Druid, Clutch of the Undercity, Thran Forge, Siege of Towers, Teferi's Veil, Death Coilworm. See, the older cards were easier to pronounce. Now they kind of put so many weird names on everything that they purposely make them difficult to pronounce, I think. So here are all the rares and mythics. Actually, before those, let's just go through really quickly. These are the full art lands that I thought were kind of pretty. Here's a foil mountain, really cool. Another foil mountain. So these are really cool. Island's pretty unique. That's really cool. So a bunch of cool full art lands. So those are always useful. And let's start going through the rares. What do we got? And I don't know which ones are valuable and which ones aren't. We got Drown in Dreams, Carplucent Forest, Plaza of Heroes, Blood Moon. That one, I'm guessing, is probably, unless it's been printed a bunch of times, always was a good one for Modern and every format that it's legal in. Undead Alchemist, Curse of Unbinding, Cultist of the Absolute, Will Blade of Frontiers, Gandalf Westward Voyager, Bright Palm, Soul Awakener foil, Gingitaxius. Is that the same one that was in the Scars of Mirrodin? I don't know. No, it's a flippable, so no. Bootlegger Stash. That one's kind of a interesting picture. Comet Stellar Pup. Is that a series card or is that one of the unsets? It's just funny artwork. Anyway, I'll read it later. March of the Wretched Sorrow, Rabble Rousing, Gyruda, Doom of Depths, Fire Song, and Sunspeaker. This Uven Duplaman, I can't pronounce it. Duplamancy. Defiler of Vigor, Emery Lurker of the Lock, Baleful Mastery, Taiga Ajutai Master, Jingantha the Wellspring, Agar the Freezing Flame, Eudora Grave Gardener, Brutaclad Telcor Engineer, Luri the Spell Chaser, Kiruga the Macro Sage, Kenrith the Returned King, Graz Unstoppable Juggernaut, Croxa and Kunroros, Post Son of Rich, Rankle and Torbran, Forgenew, Baleful Mastery, Graveyard Trespasser ×2, Memory Deluge, Narset Enlightened Exile, Crippling Fear, Crippling Fear, Crippling Fear, The Cruelty of Jix, Nemata Primeval Warden, King Darian, the Roman numerals, and I'm not going to even try, Army of the Damned, which I think that was, I think that was an Innistrad one. Next, we've got, I definitely remember this one, Hornet Queen from the original Commander, Lazil Valkith's Champion, Herald Unites the Elves, White Sun's Twilight, by invitation only, Crowded Crypt, a Darkar Waste, and then a cool full art borderless one. Interdisciplinary Mascot, Silver Scrutiny, Prototype Portal, Temporary Lockdown, Shinid, Sleeper Scourge, Borbori Giant. Yeah, there's that card. Doomscar, the Elder Dragon, Vorniclex, Urza Assembles the Titans. There's another King Darian, the Mana Rig, Shivan Wraith. Know that one. That one's been printed a few times. One of the Painlands. Temporal Firestorm, Shadow Rite Priest, Thran Portal, Karn Silex, Runeforged Champion, Vorniclex Voice of Hunger. That's an old one. Or new art on an old one. Rebuild the City, Urberg Scavengers, Nahiri's Resolve, Rankle and Torbran, Plaza of Heroes, Hostage Taker, Llanowar Green Widow, Hugh of Ventwood, Caves of Kolios. That's another one that's been printed a bunch of times. Obnixless the Adversary, Planeswalker, Hex, Squee Dubious Monarch, Finale of Glory, Historian's Boon, Minsk and Boo Timeless Heroes, The Cruelty of Jix, Shadowkin, Stitcher Geralf, and then there's one down here as well, Rebuild the City foil. So that's kind of what I got out of the Goodwill outlet for $7, plus all those Project 70 Topps cards in the last video. And this really kind of ornate looking 20-sided dice. So anyway, hope you guys liked all of that, and hope you guys have had similar finds yourselves. But this was a fun little surprise to bump into at the Goodwill outlet, and it's great that it's from sets that I wasn't purchasing. So all of these will find a welcome spot in my Magic collection, especially since I got back into playing recently. So I'm happy to pick up cards from those sets I missed for dirt cheap. So anyway, I will see you guys on the next one. I hope you guys are having a good day, and let me know what you thought was good out of that, and if I skipped over anything that is worth money or whatnot. I'm sure there's probably some uncommons and stuff in that other box that are playable. There's also this package that I haven't opened yet. Not sure what it is. I'm guessing it's foiled just by the way they're kind of Pringle curled. But it's got a Triscade Caphile on the front, however you pronounce that word. And I think that's the Innistrad, whatever you call that, Midnight Hunt set. Is that right for that? I don't know. Anyway, so that's what I got. And I'll talk to you guys later.